All right, hello everyone. It's Jordan here with Cloud Underground again today. I hope everybody's having an excellent Monday. I am going to be talking about the webtops a little bit more today and about some volume mapping stuff, which I didn't address in the last couple of videos that I thought might be helpful. So we're going to talk about that today, and then I'll play some Terraria. But before that, I just wanted to remind everybody or introduce everybody who's not familiar with Cloud Underground to us and talk about a little about who we are. So if you are interested in cloudunderground.dev and haven't heard from us, I would please encourage you to go to our website, cloudunderground.dev. It's highlighted right here. So come to our website and check out, who we are and all of the services that we offer. As the name implies, the name Cloud Underground, we work with cloud a lot. We build cloud infrastructure and we host and manage cloud services and have courses which teach you how to do the same. So if you click on this Learn tab here, you'll see a number of different courses here: Master of the Cloud, Automate Boring Things, etc. And we basically will teach you how to build your own cloud and manage your own cloud in those courses if you're interested in that. Also, we can help jumpstart your cloud deployments with our newest product, the Prime Idea Factory. And so right now we're at the top of our website and you can see the Prime Idea Factory here. We can click the Start Today button to get there, or we can click Prime Idea Factory here under Learn to get to it. And basically, if you purchase a Prime Idea Factory, we will provide you with a business-ready infrastructure pipeline and provide you with the mentoring and coaching so that you can either build a business from the ground up or grow your business that you already have with cloud native solutions, and we will help you in a step-by-step sort of process. And the pipelines that we provide can be either on-prem, so in these first three options, we actually provide hardware for on-prem installments and instances, or you can have a cloud hosted infrastructure pipeline if you need, and that's what the Idea Factory Site Reliability Edition is all about. It's got CVO hosting, and you can look at all of these different options and the description of what you get in them to help you decide if any of these things are right for you. So whether you have infrastructure that is ready to use or need to rent ours, we've got a solution for you. So I would encourage you to please go and check all this stuff out at cloudunderground.dev if you have any interest in that stuff. So that's my intro. And like I said, today I think I'm going to be messing around with the webtop some more. So here we have an Underground Nexus installation. Underground Nexus is the basically software and infrastructure stack that we use to build a lot of the different things. It's open source, so you can go and download one of these Underground Nexus instances today. There should be instructions on our website, or you might need to go to our GitHub page to learn more. But you can get one of these instances up and running. So this is an Underground Nexus instance that I have set up and running, and we are going to deploy some more webtops today like we have in a few other videos. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about volume mappings, because last time I just used a default volume that already existed, and I used one from the workbench. So let's take a look at this. So if we go to Internet here, in our Underground Nexus instance, we should be able to easily get to Portainer here. And so this is Portainer, this is our home page. If we click on our local Portainer instance, we get to here. Let's look at the containers. That's what I'm most interested in. So we've got all of these containers running, and one of them is the workbench container. And I talked about how we could just use the workbench volume if we fire up another container. So let's fire up another container. So we click Add Container here, and we're gonna play with the webtops again. So we're gonna do a webtop test. That's what we'll call this. And the image will be, if we go to Docker hub.docker.com, and then search Linux server /webtop. You'll get to this website, which is the website that describes the webtops that we use and how to deploy them and all this stuff. And if we scroll down a bit, we will get to this, which is just the server that we need to use to get the webtop. So if we go back over here, we're going to put that in the image here. So I already have that copied, so we should just be able to paste it, and there it is. So and we can change this tag at the end to put on different versions of Linux and desktop environments, and you can see all of those options here in this big table. So we could install any of this stuff if we want to. So let's try one of these. Let's just do, I don't know, let's try an Arch XFCE install. So we'll have it do Arch-XFCE. I don't know that I have this one downloaded, so it may take a minute, but that's okay. So anyway, so we've got our name, we've got the image that we're using. Always pull is fine. We don't need to worry about webtops, but we do need to publish a couple of network ports. So let's click this gray button that says publish a network port. And we're going to have 6050 going to 3000. So 3000 is what the webtop uses for access, and then 6050 will be the external port that we will use to get to port 3000. And let's actually publish another one. So let's do 6060, and we'll have that go to 3001. And 3001 is actually a secure version of the webtop if you need that for some reason, and I will show you that today because I think the last few times I've just skipped over it. But anyway, so that's all dandy. We've got, we don't need to mess with any of this. This is all fine. But we do have to go down here to command and logging, and we have to click interactive and TTY, so that's very important. I believe that's all we need to do here. Oh, okay. And then we need to go to volumes. And actually, I messed up because the first thing that we need to do, so I'll open a new tab and do it, is we need to create a volume that we can map this webtop to. So everything I'm doing right now today is basically the same as the last few weeks, except for this volume bit. And that's because last week I said to use the webtop volume for these webtop tests. And I think that if you have a full Underground Nexus deploy going, that's really not a great idea because the different configurations for the webtops are going to be stored in that full folder, and it could mess up our existing deployment. And it also makes things a little messier if we have stuff in one container that we don't want in the other, vice versa. And moving that data around can be more problematic without messing up our current environment. So let's go ahead and give it its own volume. So that's the main difference that we're going to look at today. So to do that, we need to go to this volume thing over here. So I'm going to open that in a new tab so that we can leave this up. Well, I'm not worried about that. So, and if we scroll down, we've got a ton of volumes, and see this Workbench 01, I believe is the one I had you use last week. And you can see all of these appear to be in use. So we're just going to add a new one. And we're going to call it, I had a name, it doesn't matter. We're going to call it webtop test vol. So this is our webtop test volume. And we're just going to use the local driver and leave all of these options default. And then we'll create the volume. So now if we go through these volumes, we should have an unused one that's called webtop test vol. So now if we go back to our container creation wizard here, we can go back down to volume, so we were already there, and we can map an additional volume. And we are going to do, let's see, it needs to be, as I recall, /config. So yeah, okay, so here's our volume mapping. So we're just mapping to /config folder. So we'll have /config. And we're going to put that in this new volume that we just created, which is called the webtop test. Wait, vol. Why don't I see it here? Let me go back. Yeah, webtop test volume. Maybe we need to refresh this because it's not showing up. So let me, it's okay. We'll refresh this. We'll go back to containers and we'll just forget about this and we'll just create a new one from scratch. So webtop test, paste in our container image. We'll add our 2 ports, which were 6050 and 6060 to 3000 and 3001. Add interactive TTY, and then hopefully we'll be able to see that volume now. Webtop test vol, that's the one we want. And then that's got to go to /config. So /config, and then you select that new volume that you just created. So it is important, it would appear, that you create the volume first and then go through the wizard, because otherwise the wizard will not see your new one. So anyway, just a quick note there. Network we don't have to mess with. Environmental variables, we had to add a couple of those. So these are going to be PGID and PUID. And these both need to be 1000. Okay, labels are fine. Restart policy we'll do unless stopped. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it privileged mode. And I don't know that that's necessarily important for it to work, but it could be useful depending on the types of testing that you're doing in the container for it to have privilege mode on. So I think that's all we should need. We should be able to just, we've got interactive TTY, we got our volume mapped, we got our environmental variables, we set our restart policy. So, and we've got ports open. So let's go ahead and I was going to try, what was I going to try? Arch XFCE? Oh, yeah, sorry. So let's go up here and let's find Arch XFCE. This may take a moment to deploy. We'll see. Actually, let's just do default. We'll just let it do whatever it wants to do. So latest. We'll do XFCE. I just hope it doesn't take too long to download it. Arch XFCE, because I don't plan to pause the video. Anyway, okay, so that's all great. Let's go ahead and deploy the container. All right, and deployment's in process. If it actually has to download Arch XFCE, that may take a moment. So just looking back at my volumes. Okay, back here, containers, it's deploying. So this may take it just a second to get going. But I do think that if you are planning to do these sorts of experiments, that it's really helpful to create your own volume. And while we're waiting, I mean, you know, I might address why might you want to create these little webtops like this. Well, it's all about coming up with an idea that you want to test and then having an environment to test it in, right? And so with these webtops, it's super easy to spin them up and then you can test all kinds of, you know, whatever software you want to test in them or networking appliance or whatever it is, you can try and test it in these webtops. It makes it very easy and quick to test all your different ideas, to ideate, and then you can easily kind of innovate based on whatever works and what makes sense from your tests, and eventually, you know, add that to your business or your business strategy to basically have a more successful business. So those are some of the reasons that you might want to mess with this. It's a really great way to have an environment that you can play with ideas, test ideas out, and it's low risk. You know, if something happens or breaks, you just delete that container, delete the volume, and spin up a new one and try again. So yeah, test your ideas, test new things, and don't be held back by essentially a limited number or limited number of environments or anything like that. So yeah, and this is definitely taking a moment to download, it would appear, but it should get going pretty quick, one would assume. So if we go back here and we look at containers, we won't see the new one. Nope. Which is our webtop test. We go back here, it's still deploying it. So right now it's just downloading that image, and sometimes it can take it a moment to do that. But it shouldn't take too much longer. The other thing that we can kind of get ready while we're doing this is I want to show you how to do the same thing but with a terminal, command line interface. So if we open up a terminal here in our webtop, so this is just a typical terminal, and I believe I've already run the command, so yeah. Let's get it up here, and then let's make sure that my volume is correct. So here's the command that we would use to deploy one of these. Like, this is essentially an identical webtop to the one that we're currently trying to deploy in Portainer, right? So it's a Docker run command, itd, we got the name, we got the environmental variables set, we've got the same exact ports open, and then we've got this volume. So if you need to figure out where your volume is, like what the, essentially what the directory is, like what the stack of directories, where it is. Anyway, sorry, getting all caught up on that. You go to Portainer. Oh, is this done yet? No, not quite. And we would go to our volumes. All right, and then we find our, if you don't have a volume created, you would create one real quick. We already have one created, so we're just going to use the same one. And then the directory path, that's the word I was looking for a second ago that I couldn't come up with. The path is this right here, right? So var lib docker volumes webtop test vol underscore data. So we need to make sure that's all there in our terminal. So let's move it over so we can see var lib docker volumes. So when I was testing earlier, I had it called something else. So let's change it to the correct names, which is webtop test vol and then slash underscore data. And then that's just going to slash config. Okay. So this is essentially the same exact container that we have set up to run in Portainer. And let's go back here. Wow, why is this taking so long? I should have just done the default because this is ridiculous. If it doesn't... But can I cancel it at this point? Oh, there we go. Okay. So we finally have it now. So now we should have our webtop test. And if we go here, this is where our webtop test will be. And okay, the other thing I'm going to point out here, because last time I was just doing the unsecure version, this time I'm going to try the secure version. And we put that at port 6060, so that goes to port 301 in the container itself. So let's go ahead and refresh this, and now there's a container. And because it's secure, we have to go through this stuff. We don't have the proper certificates that Windows is looking for. And here we go. So here's our, what is it? Alpine XFCE, right? Let's see. Oh, Arch XFCE environment. So yeah, we got all the stuff here, and I think this is kind of interesting. If we open up home, we can create a new folder, test folder, and we'll create that. Okay. And now this should be persistent. So say we stop this container and first we got to stop it. Okay, now it's stopped. And we got to find it and we got to remove it. And we'll just have it remove non-persistent volumes, but the volume we were using is persistent. So now if we go to add a container and we just do the same thing, webtop test, right? We got to paste in our address to the server that where the image is being hosted. And let's go ahead and just do an Arch XFCE again so that it'll be the same image. We need to add our 2 ports, 3000. We'll just do 6060 going to 3001 for, you know, the sake of me not having to type quite as much here. That should all be good now. We need interactive TTY, and we need to map our volume. So that'll be /config, and then our webtop test volume, which is local. Great. All that should be good. Add PGID and PUID at 1000 each. Well, I usually like to do this on the restart policy, and we should be good to go. We could give it privileged or init, but I'm not going to bother doing that. It should just spin this up real fast. Boom. Okay, we've got our container. No, a Chasm VNC errored out because there was nothing there for a minute. Now we've got it back, and if we open up our files, open folder, we've got our test folder still, so you can see that's persistent. Now the other thing that's kind of interesting, so let's go back here and let's go ahead and stop this again. So webtop test, containers, stop. And then we can remove that. Whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to minimize Portainer for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and run a container with CLI. So this is again, I went over all this, but you know, it's the same, essentially the container that we just had going. Run ITD, test webtop, blah, 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 blah. All the ports are open. We've got the correct volume mapped, and we're using this webtop test volume. So there should still be that persistent folder in there. And let's try, I don't know, let's try a different one here. Let's try, how about Debian Mate? So we'll do Debian Mate. And hopefully, maybe I'll make sure that it's an image that I already have downloaded just for fun. So in Portainer, we can click on images here and just see all the images that we have going. And let's show a few more than this. So we've got Arch XFCE, we've got Debian KDE. Let's do Debian KDE since we already have that image. It should be really quick. So we can minimize this and we can go Debian KDE, press enter, boom, we've got a container. And if we go, oh, I got rid of it, stupid. One moment, please. And I will get that back. So, oh, actually here. So I didn't mean to close the webtop. So let's go to 6060 again. Okay, so here it is. Again, this is our, whatever. That's fine. What is it? Debian KDE environment. And we've talked about KDE and how it's KDE Plasma can be a little bit slow. Let's open Dolphin. And there we see our test folder is still here. So that's because we're using the same volume. And that's the reason I was a little concerned about, the reason I wanted to go through this and talk about the volumes, because I think if you just use the same volume that the overall webtop is using, that if we go to our containers here, oh, Workbench. If we use the same volume that our Workbench is using, I noticed I was having some weird kind of issues and stuff because we were messing with the Workbench config. And so I think if you're going to be doing a lot of testing and stuff like this, it's much better if you create your own volume for these things. And then, you know, they work really well. So there it is. That's how you map a volume for one of these webtop tests. so that you're ready to go, and how you do it in both Portainer and CLI. So hopefully that is helpful for everyone. I think that's really all I wanted to talk about on this side of things today. So, oh, and the other kind of, here's another thing I am going to mention. So we should have this test webtop up here, right? This is the one we just launched with command line interface. And if we click on it here, we will see, we can go down and look at the volumes, and we'll see that it's using, this, where that data is, the directory that we wanted, the directory mapping that we wanted. But if we go to volumes, this is the weird thing. I noticed that webtop test volume, it says it's unused if you run it with the command line interface, and it's lying. This volume is in use right now. And we prove that by the fact that you could see, again, we've got this test folder still here, right? I mean, this is a brand new container. We just spun it up. It shouldn't have this unless it's using the same volume that we used previously, which it is. So this volume is in use. So just be aware of that. If you spin one of these up with CLI and then you're looking at your volumes in Portainer, Portainer seems to not recognize that this volume is in use unless it used it. And maybe somebody could chime in comments or something and explain why that's going on, because I'm not exactly sure why this is happening. But if anybody has any insights, I'd love to hear it. So yeah, anyway, I think that's the last thing I wanted to say about that. So thanks for being here today. I hope that people find some of this stuff helpful. Again, I am Jordan with Cloud Underground, and if you need any of the services that we offer, are building cloud, or need to learn how to build cloud, or anything like that, please come check out our website, and we can definitely help you out with that. We also do offer business-to-business services, or like hourly rates if you just need a little bit of consulting. So please let us know. I think with that, I am going to load up some Terraria and play a little bit of Terraria here. So let me close that. And for anybody who's not familiar with Terraria, Terraria is a 2D kind of platformer / sandbox crafting sort of game where you gather resources and build items and fight bosses, and also, build like cities and homes for a number of different NPCs that exist on the map. So let's see here. Come on, game capture. You should see Terraria now. Sometimes the game capture is a little slow to see that the game is playing. There we go. Okay, so here we've got Terraria. I'm going to click multiplayer and join via IP, and then I'm going to choose my Yasna character, and then I'm going to hide my password just real quick. All right, now I can unhide that, and the other thing I'm going to do is play some music. So we at Cloud Underground, we do run what we call a 24/7, it's like a radio station essentially is what we call it. But it's available on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, you search Cloud Underground, you should find our YouTube page. And then you should be able to find the radio station that we host there on our YouTube page. It's live basically all the time. Occasionally it goes down and we have to get it going again. But yeah, so I'm going to turn that on. The other cool thing about the radio station is that if you need to use it behind your own stream or something like that, the music is all DMCA free, so you should be able to use any of this music without worrying about a DMCA strike coming against you. So that's that. Let's get our game capture going again. There we go. Okay. So here's Terraria. One of the reasons I really like to play Terraria is because I actually have this Terraria instance, or this Terraria server running on an Underground Nexus instance. So, we just spent a bunch of time, or a little bit of time, spinning up some webtop test environments that are really easy for you to get going and then to play around with and create your own ideas and test your own ideas and innovate and build businesses, change your life based on it, whatever. This is running in one of those webtops. So I spun up a webtop in an Underground Nexus environment and then built this server inside of it. And this server just sits and lives in that webtop, and it's all the webtop does. And you can see it works really well. You know, I can't say I really do much to mess with it. Like, for the most part, I just open it up and it works. So yeah, it's cool stuff, and I like to demo with Terraria because it kind of gives you a good idea of what sorts of, you know, performance, basically what kind of performance you can expect to get out of one of these servers that's running on one of these webtops in an Underground Nexus instance specifically. So that's why I demo with Terraria, besides the fact that I just like to play Terraria. So, okay. So last time we defeated hard mode, and I saw a pirate ship flying around in the background. One of the new events now that we're in hard mode is the pirate invasion. So I should probably get some better stuff first of all. So I really need some superior hardware, because now that I'm in hard mode, this molten armor set is not nearly as good as it used to be. So, I mean, it's, you know, I guess it's just as good as it used to be, but the enemies that I'm fighting are a lot stronger. So I have to get some new armor so I can compete. And I'm going to go to the jungle to mess with that. And I'm going to have to be very careful here because the jungle bosses are going to be very strong now. But perhaps I can find what I'm looking for, which, now that we're in hard mode, well, oh, no. I was thinking that I could get chlorophyte ore now, but I think that I'm wrong about that, actually. I think I needed a couple of bosses before the chlorophyte stuff will show up. There will also be a new type of heart that starts spawning down here in the jungle. Oh, that guy looks... Holy cow. Jungle creeper. Yeah, but I think I haven't actually unlocked a lot of the things that the jungle is going to start providing, so this is probably kind of fruitless sort of a venture. Although I'm getting beat up. What is hurting me? Okay, that went super fast. That's aggravating. So now I need to go collect my stuff. Hard mode doesn't mess around. It's definitely a lot harder. Alright, so I need some armor to protect myself. This is all going to be pretty irrelevant soon, but for now, let's use the whole set, because you get bonuses for using the whole set. What's the bonus that I get? 3 defense for the whole set bonus, so it's 13 defense, which is not horrible. Alright. The other thing I'm going to need is a weapon. Don't like to go out without any kind of weapon, so we need something here. Typically I take like the bat because it's just, we'll use the forcible bat. Hotbar unlocked. Oh, you can actually lock that. That's interesting. And then I need some rocket boots is the other thing I really can't go without. So here's some rocket boots. The other thing I need is a recall potion. And I wonder if I equipped... I don't even see my mining helmet. Whatever. I used to have some mining helmets in here. Apparently I don't anymore. Whatever. I was going to say, I wonder if I equipped it to the social slot, if I would be able to get the light from it without having it equipped. But we're just going to take a few of these, and then we'll have some light. Okay. Alright, now to go collect all the things that I lost. Ah! That's what I was getting killed by, is these nasty bees. These new bees are hardcore. And I know I died right down here. Holy cow, this guy is so tough. I need some stuff that doesn't suck. I'm gonna die again. Holy cow, I'm still alive. But I'm about to die. I don't want to die again. I bailed. Alright, let's grab a couple more recall potions. Let's try again. Oh, goodness gracious. Talk to the nurse and get healed up real quick. How much gold do I have? Oh, I got like nothing. I'll just let my health come back naturally, I guess. I wonder if I sleep. Is this a couch? Huh. Guess I put a couch in the bathroom. I don't want that as a spawn point. Oh, now I gotta go set my spawn point. I messed it up. So the way you set spawn points in this game is you need a bed, and then you just right click on it. Boom. Okay, spawn point set back to where I want it. In the top of my house where it's nice and safe. I don't like getting spawned into bad situations. What? That seems like a bug. That was so weird. I must have used one of these potions instead of hitting the switch. Okay. My health's not full, but it's coming back pretty quick, so it will be by the time I probably run into any enemies. I just need to move fast down here before I run into anything that can kill me too efficiently. I should have grabbed a grappling thing too, perhaps, because that was kind of what messed me up in that last run where I was trying to get all this stuff. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Oh gracious. Okay. Managed to get away from those mean bees who are so mean. Ah. Go and get him. All right. Trying to get myself sort of set up again here. At least make sure that I've got all the stuff that I can get. So like these can go in here, this can go in here. I really need a decent weapon that doesn't totally suck, so oh boy. That's good. I already had a bat from doing this, I guess. Okay. just let my fireballs... Oh. I'm gonna say let my fireballs deal with everything, but they just ran out. I ran out of mana pretty fast there. See, the other cool thing you can do with these is actually control them totally. Ah! It appears that when you're in water, you can't use fire. I mean, that makes sense, but it's kind of annoying. Ha! And I got hit by that stupid trap again. This place is terrible. Holy crap. Okay, time to go. Wow, that was scary. Okay, I can put away some stuff now. Get rid of the bats and things like that. Precise GPS. I do need to put back one pair of rocket boots. I only need one. So I should have a pair of rocket boots. This needs to go here. Get my dinosaur out. This. Actually, not sure what I'm going to do with that for the moment. I was going to sell this bat, I think, which is why it was in here in the first place. Let's get my items sorted, so... Where's my other pickaxe? Oh, did I lose it? That'd make me kind of sad. Looks like I might have lost my molten pickaxe. I might go back over the jungle and see if I can't just get everything back that I lost. Oh, no wonder that. I should just sell that armor. Silver's not very good. I should make some platinum or... I don't know, whatever. See, I feel like it's like that. Typically I have these here. Or actually... See, I lost my splints. There's got to be stuff back there that I need to go retrieve. Hopefully, there's stuff back there I can retrieve. I was gonna sell this stupid bat. Shop. Get rid of the bat. Hornet bat. Oh, slime hook needs to be over here. Oh, okay. There's a few things in here I forgot about, so I need to get this stuff all back. But for now, I'm not gonna worry about that. Alright. The demonic laser rifle seems kind of nasty. Angry sorcerer's emblem. So these are things that need to go in here essentially. Like this guy. Brisk Nazier. Got a cream soda. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, that's almost my inventory totally clean. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing else I lost over here in the jungle. I gotta be ready to teleport out because, man, it's easy to die over here. Go away, turtle. These tortoises are nasty. They throw themselves at you. Do a lot of damage. Ah! Well, at least that didn't hurt very much, whatever just happened to me. Oh no. Can I swim in the honey? Sorta. Oof. Holy cow. Leave my wizard alone! Leave him alone! Alright, I'm gonna get out of here before the wizard gets killed. Oh, I'm doing okay, actually. I'm relatively safe at the moment. Not very safe, though. Did the wizard get killed already? He might have already gotten killed. Poor guy. I was trying to keep him alive, but... Alright, well, that's that, I guess. My wizard died, and I've recovered everything, including a turtle shell. What can I make with turtle shells? Oh yeah, my new guide, I gotta put him in the right place. He's been living down here in this big house. What can I make with this turtle? Ooh, I can make... Whoa, that seems strong. How many do I need? Oh, I need chlorophyte bars. That's not exactly something I have at the moment. Cool, well, anyway. I think I'm gonna call it. I got some other stuff I need to do this evening, so... Kind of a short Terraria session today, but so it goes sometimes, so... Anyway. I hope that everybody is having a great Monday and that you have a productive week and everything. And let me turn this down just a hair. Yeah, if you need any services from us, this is our website, cloudunderground.dev. Go and check it out. You can learn all the stuff that we offer, and hopefully we will talk to you soon. So thanks for joining me. I will see you all next time. Bye.